Hi everyone, it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Thanks for joining us today. We introduced something last week and we told you about it. It's called Last Chance on our website. And we're putting kits in there that only have a couple left. I know it's frustrating to you to miss out on a good kit that you thought you wanted, but you didn't make up your mind right away. And that's a good place to go look. So Last Chance is the category, and we'll put any kits in there that we have 1, 2, or 3 kits left. We'll put those up on the website. I also want to say that if you really see a kit that you like, I encourage you to go scoot your little self over there and order it, because we are selling kits so fast on our website, and I know several people have been disappointed because sometimes within 24 hours we've sold out of the kits. So might want to check that out too. So today we're going to review Easy Does It, and this is my book that I came out with last fall. And it is, let's put it right up here where I'm supposed to put it.
There you go.
Okay, so Easy Peasy is the name of the book. It has 8 great patterns in it. And every pattern is written for a lap size, a twin size, and a king queen. And if you've not ever looked at any of my instructions, here are your instructions. We give you great graphics so that you're able to follow along with cutting and piecing your quilt. And then we have instructions for the lap, the twin, and the king queen. So if you're purchasing kits, you get 1 kit for a lap, 2 kits for a twin, and 4 kits for a king queen. So those are the ones we're going to look at today in Easy Peasy. Now the very first
Easy Does It.
Oh, Easy Does It. See, I've got a permanent corrector over there. The editor, John. Okay, so this one, the first one that we're going to do is called Art Deco. And we're going to go over here and look and see what Hannah is holding up. I've always thought that Art Deco was a very interesting art period. It was when we first really started becoming mechanized and people started creating things that were very geometric. And that's why you see a lot of geometrics in the Art Deco period. So this one was inspired by Art Deco, and it has gorgeous fabrics. These are the Cashmere line by QT. And I forgot to say, Hannah joined us again today, so she's helping us out. And now let's look at the fabrics. So this is the Cashmere line. This particular kit is called Cashmere Blooms. The name of the kit is Art Deco. And the alternate pattern for this is Pretty Please. Now what we do each time, because none of the patterns in this book are available as an individual, then I will tell you an alternate pattern. If you buy 3 kits, you can choose the book free. If you don't want to buy 3 kits, then you can get the alternate pattern, because any one of our 3-yard quilt patterns will work with any 3 yards of fabric. Now, take a good look at this fabric. We've got the Focus fabric is your number 1 fabric. You'll have 2 fabrics remaining. One of those fabrics is going to be light and one will be dark. So you compare those 2 for your light and your dark. So you always have a focus, a light, and a dark. And when you work with your patterns, it'll work every single time with the focus, the light, and the dark in the numbered positions of the instructions. All right, let's do the next one. The next one is called Best Friends. And this one, I love the friendship star. You'll see me use it in a lot of my designs. But this one is called Best Friends, and it has the friendship star and an easy 4 patch. So it's real easy to put this one together. And if you've never tried half square triangles, this might be one that would just be fun to try for the first time. Let's look at those fabrics. And we have this pretty butterfly. We have the kit number is 802013, and it's called Butterfly Friends. And it's the Best Friends pattern in the book. An alternate pattern will be Friendship Star. And here is the pattern for that. So that's Friendship Star. And if you want to look at these gorgeous fabrics, I love these butterflies. They have little gold flecks of color with the gold butterflies. And then this is our focus fabric. Then your two fabrics remaining, you've got a lighter and a darker. And then the dark, the black, has little gold specks in that as well. So you can see how good those look together. And I do like turquoise and black together. I think it's very, very nice. So those are the three fabrics that we'll use in the Friendship Star. All right, this one is called County Fair, and that one is in the book. The pattern is in the book, and that's the quilt that we show in our picture in the book. And I've combined three different blocks on this one. We have our solid block, we have a bordered block, and then we have a pinwheel block. So there's a whole lot going on, just like if you went to the county fair. That's how I came up with that name. It also just so happened to be county fair time here when I designed it. So this one's called County Fair, and these are also Quilting Treasures fabrics. And we'll show you the book. Here's your picture, so you can see that we have all of your instructions along with your lap and your twin and your king queen. The books also give you this little tidbit here so you can see how things look in the quilt. Here's your fabric 1, your fabric 2, and your fabric 3. So if we look now at the fabric, here's your focus fabric. It's fabric 1. This, 2 pieces left over, your lightest and your darkest. So this would be fabric 2, and then your darkest is your fabric 3. So these are absolutely gorgeous. They are also from the Cashmere line and just as pretty as they can be. So that one is 802081 Eastern Treasures, and it is the County Fair pattern in the book. If you want an alternate, we put Easy Street as your alternate pattern. So you get to choose whether you want to buy 3 kits and get a book free, or if you want to get an individual pattern instead. You get to choose whether you'd rather do the patterns or the books. All right, the next one that we're going to look at is also the County Fair pattern. And why don't I hold this one up and you hold the other one up. And the neat thing about 3-yard quilts is, as I've said, any 3 yards of fabric will work with any one of the patterns. And then I'm going to ask you to hold that corner so I can point. So here's your focus fabric, here's your light, and here's your dark. And then the same thing over there. You've got your focus, your light, and your dark. So whenever you're picking your new fabrics that maybe don't look like the picture, that's all you have to remember. A focus, a light, and a dark. Okay, I've got this one. Now let's look at those. These are called 100 Acre Friends. Who doesn't like Winnie the Pooh? Let me turn this page over to County Fair. I think my pages stuck together here. So this one is, oh, it was on County Fair. I was looking for Winnie the Pooh. Winnie's not in the book, just the one with the cashmere. So 100 Acre Friends, kit number 802017, and it's the County Fair pattern in the book, or your alternate pattern would be Pinwheel plus 1. That has a block with a pinwheel, so it'll give you a similar look, a fun look. So if you do not choose to take the book with 3 kits, then you can do this. You can also buy the book. It's $15.99 if you prefer to purchase the book. Focus fabric is our Winnie the Pooh and his friends. The 2 fabrics left over, you've got a light and a dark. Fabric 1, 2, and 3. So when you put that quilt together, the patterns continually refer to fabrics 1, 2, and 3. The cutting instructions say from fabric 1 you cut this, from fabric 2 you cut this, and from fabric 3 you cut this. So it's very, very simple and written the same way in every pattern. The next one is called something wonderful. Let's see, Farmhouse Chic. I don't use any notes in this. Farmhouse Chic. And when I designed this one, I had just gotten a new gray sofa, and I saw this fabric, and I thought, oh, I've got to make a gray quilt, because there's lots of people out there with gray sofas now. So this one is called Farmhouse Chic. That's the name of the pattern. And then this great fabric, this is a Kaufman fabric, or both of those are Kaufman, and this is a QT fabric. It just was the right color, so I put those together. So let's look at the fabric. Now this one is called Farmhouse Chic. The alternate pattern would be Pretty Please, which is a pattern that has blocks. So now this one, here's the book for that, and let's look at the fabric. So we have the beautiful roses from Kaufman. The companion fabric has a little tiny bit of a metallic look to it. And so we have our gray as your fabric 3. So fabric 1 is your focus, fabric 2 is your light, and fabric 3 is your dark. And that one's called Farmhouse Chic. Now the next one is a fun one, and this has a real modern look to it. And that one is called Harmony is the name of the pattern. And it has just kind of an artsy look to it with the rectangles and the snowballs stacked. And has a nice pleasing balance and lots of movement going on in that particular one. So we look at the fabrics for these. We have the kit number. The kit name is called Tranquil Circles. Your alternate pattern is Byzantine Door. And the pattern in the book is called Harmony. This is your focus fabric is going to be this circle, and then your number 2 and your number 3. One of the reasons that I do this numbering system is I put your largest print in the number 1 section. I'll put your lightest print in the number 2 because it's going to be the backdrop that's going to cause all of your designs to pop off of the surface of the quilt. And then this becomes your borders and your binding, either or. But we use that on the outside edge, and that gives you your contrast. Now we have that particular pattern, Harmony, made up in a second color. Now, one of the things that happens sometimes is when we make up a quilt and that we maybe haven't secured all the fabric, and I didn't have this fabric, so I pick a substitute for that. So you're going to see that, and we'll lay that quilt over here when we get to that point. But we actually named this one Bohemian, but I was laughing when we were naming this particular pattern. I said, this has to be Donna Loves This Quilt, because I do love this quilt so much. And this fabric is coming in, but it won't be here for probably another 2 to 3 weeks. So let's put that up here so we can show them that we picked a good substitute so that you can have this, still have this look, and you don't have to wait 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, this one is called Bohemian, and it is with the Harmony pattern. And these are your 3 fabrics. And you might wonder, well, how did I decide that this was the focus and that this was the leftover? I always tell people you have to decide which one you think you want to be your focus, but you can also squint, because if you look at these 3 fabrics and you squint, you can actually see that this one has a little darker cast to it. So that's how I chose my fabrics. Okay, so this is your fabric 1. This is the replacement fabric, and I think it's going to look really good with that. It would be your background for your number 2 fabric, and then this one is your number 3 fabric. So this is a great collection from QT Fabrics, and this one is called Bohemian, and it is the Harmony pattern. If you take the book, Harmony is only available in the book. If you want a replacement pattern, I suggested the pinwheel quilt. That would be a good one for that. All right. And then the next quilt that we have coming up is Man Cave. Now, the pattern name is Lightning, and we've shown you this in a previous segment. We've shown you this fabric, but we have this same quilt made up in a different fabric that we want you to see too. So let's check out the fabrics for this one first, and then I'm going to show you the new color combination. If you watched last week, you probably remember me saying I'm waiting for some fabric to come in, and this particular one did get here, so I'm going to share that with you today. The Man Cave has your fabric 1. This is your busiest print, but it's a marbly looking fabric. And then you have your light and your dark, so it really causes your design to pop off of the surface of the quilt so you can see your pattern design. If you do not want to use the book, then an alternate pattern might be corner play. That would be a really good one for this particular one. Man Cave is the name of the kit, your kit number. It is using Lightning out of the book, or an alternate pattern is corner play. Now stay right there, John, and I will show you the new fabric that came in. I can see oohs and ahs already because this is so pretty. I can just see it at a beach house. And boy, is the beach calling me, because I didn't get to take my spring trip to the beach. But this one is a QT fabric as well, and we got that in the other day, and I was so excited. I use a white to offset the design as your number 2 fabric, and this is your number 3. Now this is a good example of your focus fabric is your largest print, but it also in this case happens to be the darkest print because it is darker than this one, but it's still the largest, so I chose it for my number 1 position. So here is the information. We've got Seaside is the name of the fabric collection kit, and this is the Lightning pattern out of the book, and Jigsaw is the alternative pattern that you could use. So that's the alternative pattern. Now if you look over here, you'll get to see Lightning, which is the same. If John wants to show the black and green one again, it's the same pattern as that, but it's done in the Seaside colors. I love this quilt too. It's just really nice and seaside looking.
And I like the quilting on that one too. It looks like waves.
Yes, it does. You want to see the back of that one? Can you see it good on the back? Mm-hmm. Okay, we put a...
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice. How's that?
Yeah, pretty much hold it straight up and down.
Oh, straight up and down is better?
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like waves. Mm-hmm. So that's really pretty. All right. The next one in this book is called Overnight Sensation. Now, Overnight Sensation, I always try to put one quilt in every book that is super fast to make. And I have to admit Lightning is too, because you're only making one block in 2 different color sections, and then you put it together simply by turning your blocks. It's just the one that we just showed you, Lightning. But this one is called Overnight Sensation, and we'll look at the fabric in just a minute. We want to look at the quilt first. This one is a 4-patch on the gargantuan side. It's very big. Each section of your 4-patch is 8 inches. So your block is actually a 16-inch block. So it's really big, and I strip piece this. It's not like you're going to cut these blocks and put them together. We're going to strip piece it, and you make 2 big strips, and you cut them apart, and then you flip one of them upside down, and you start this after lunch and finish it before dinner. It is truly very, very fast to put together, and I like those colors too. Now this is one that we're getting very low on inventory. We've shown this one before, and it's been very popular, so if this is one that makes your heart sing, you might want to check it out. Now let's look at the fabric.
So, quick question from Doris. What book is Lightning in?
All of the quilts I'm showing you today are in Easy does it. Easy does it. Every quilt in here is very easy to do. The instructions are so simple to follow, but I always try to put one that's super fast in every book, because we all know that sometimes somebody will come to us and say, we have a baby shower on Saturday. Could you make us a quilt? Yeah. These are the ones you go to. These are those quickie quilts that you'll go to. Okay, here's the fabric for Overnight Sensation. I really like this one too. It's happy fabric. So we have our beautiful QT fabric. Once again, we've got a lot of QT fabrics in this segment. This is the Pretty Posies, and this is your two remaining fabrics. So you've got your Focus and your 1 and your 2. You know, I keep repeating that because it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. So here's your number, 802008, Pretty Posies, and Overnight Sensation is the name of the pattern. The pattern is available in the book. I'm going to just slide this over here. This is the pattern available in Easy Does It. And if you want an alternate pattern, if you do not want to get the book, then I recommend Town Square as an individual, and that would look very good. Now we've got 2 different quilts made up in the Overnight Sensation. And this one is great for little girls. If you have little girls that love the princess characters from Disney, this one is it. And talk about cute fabric. I love these purple and pink hearts. I just think that is just too cute. Let's look at that fabric. And we're going to turn this one around. Okay, so you've got your princesses here, and they're in little squares, so it almost looks like you've pieced your block as well, but it's just one cut of this fabric. And here are those precious hearts. I love those. I got so excited when I saw this fabric that I bought a whole lot, which is not uncommon for me. Oh, by the way, in case you're enjoying seeing all of our fabric, what did I tell you? 13 boxes came today, so I think you've got some fun in store. I know I have fun in store. Okay, this is the Overnight Sensation pattern, and if you get the book, that's the name of the pattern is Overnight Sensation. If you don't go with the Overnight Sensation, the book, I would recommend as an alternate pattern, Sweet Times. That would be a really good one for that particular fabric. Okay, last but not least, we've got Time Machine. Time Machine is one that I think is just stunning, and I put it on the cover of the book. I liked it so much. This is with a line of fabric from Quilting Treasures called Jacqueline, and it has quite a few triangles in it. It takes this is your triangle right here, this one and this one. So you're going to make 4 triangles together to make that particular
Half square
block.
rectangles? Or half triangles?
They're half square triangles. Should I tell them this is my 3rd video today? We had 2 videos this morning for Quilt Market, so I apologize if I'm using wrong words today. So anyway, this one's called Time Machine, and these are QT fabrics from the Jacqueline line, and we named this one Jackie's Joy. It's such pretty fabric. I love it. So there's your focus fabric, your light and your dark, and when you do this and you do that quilt together, it's going to come out looking like the quilt that Hannah was holding for us. Gorgeous fabrics. Okay, so we suggest as your the name of the pattern is Time Machine. It is in the book Easy Does It, and if you don't want to do the book, then you could use stepping stones. That would be a great one. So that one is Jackie's Joy, and the book is the pattern is Time Machine. So today we were reviewing the Easy Does It book, and Easy Does It has 8 great patterns. Every pattern's written in 3 different sizes. The book is only $15.99 if you want to purchase it at fabriccafe.com. If you want to get the book free, buy any 3 kits on our website, and then you will have a choice of the book deal where you can get a free book, or you can take one single pattern with each kit you purchase. So you get to choose that one way or the other. Now we'll be back on Thursday at 4, and I did tell you we got new fabric in. The only problem is I couldn't open it because it just got here about 20 minutes ago. So I'm chomping at the bits to open those boxes and see what's in there that I can share with you on Thursday. So I think we'll have to do a new fabric reveal on Thursday. If you like that idea, let me know. And share our videos with your friends, and if they want to catch the past ones, they are virtualquiltshowvideos.com, and they can see all of them on our YouTube channel. So thanks so much for joining us. It's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe.